Coming at you with some more X4. Going to be continuing where we last left off. Now, as I said I was going to do previously, I did actually load up the station calculator and decided to add some additional components to my actual main station rather than, buying the blueprint for the ship here. And actually, I realized that was actually, I believe it's the, what's it called? Let me go to my extensions here quickly. I'm pretty sure the issue that I'm having where I cannot add engines to any of the XL class ships is because of the X Rebirth ship pack. There's something in relation to that that is causing issues. Now, I did try disabling the Biomon and the A-ship mod balance, so I'm hoping that maybe that might make a difference, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Actually, let me try this, because I did just save that, so let's try quick saving, and then we'll load that quick save and see if maybe something changed? Question mark, question mark? I don't 100% expect any change from that, but, we'll see. We'll see if disabling those had any kind of... Oops, hopefully I loaded the correct quick save there and not the other one. Because otherwise... Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot. I can't load any saves because the game freezes every time I try to load saves. I have to actually end task the whole game and then relaunch it again. I swear. I should almost replace the dwarf image with a technical difficulties. Please wait. And the problem is, I don't even know if this is a beta issue or if it's just a default issue. So I'm just like... Question mark, question mark. Okay, continue please. Thank you. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Indeed. Jimi Hendrix. Alright. Switch radar to low quality or even turn it off entirely. Nah, I want extreme quality radar. I want to have Homeworld-esque radar. Let's do it. Alright. Slowly loading back in again. So I hope maybe that might make a difference in that ship engines can be built now, but to be completely honest, I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure that whatever update or change that occurred that caused that to happen, we're basically kind of boned, essentially. And the worst part is, I can't even buy, at least I don't think I can. I'm trying to remember, because I even have, design... Or I could have swore I bought an XL. Oh, let me go ahead and close that off. There we go. I always forget to turn that off. It's like I might be able to buy the engines, but I don't think so. Okay, we're in. Let's take a look and see if I can actually do that or not. Alright, buy ships. Nope. So I still cannot actually choose any engines for the XLs. That's kind of... That's extremely annoying, but it is what it is. Either way, I did actually devote... Okay. Are we under attack? Because we got battle music playing, but... Oh, okay. I'm confused. Oh. We might be under attack? I think it could be that guy's attacking the trader there or something. Either way, that's weird. Let's just ignore the rockin' battle music in the background here. So if I go to plan build for the actual, like, you know what, let me mute that for a hot second and actually, like, there we go. Mute my headphone for a minute so I don't have to listen to the just battle music going crazy here. So I did have to remove one of my refined metal productions because I will be kind of adjusting it. I have pretty much doubled the living quarters for workers for this station. And I've also added a whole bunch of additional production components. So we got an additional microchip fact, 2 additional energy cell facts, we got a super coolant, pretty much all the intermediate goods so that we can produce additional weapon components, turret components, shield components, medical supplies, again for all of the new workers. Same thing for actually having like the spice and such. And then of course we're rebuilding the refined metal production and all the other jazz. So it's gonna, honestly though, this is gonna be like, you know what, let's go freaking destroy that ship because it's kind of annoying the shit out of me. There we go. Oh wait, I'm not even here. Where's my ship?
Entering system. Iwa's twin.
Excuse me.
Greetings.
Greetings. Let's go ahead and sit down there. Yeah, I forgot I actually was in a completely different system. I just temporarily warped over there to see what I could do. Oh, what the hell? Oh, wow. Well, they just got wiped out. Oh, wow, that's just beautiful. Let's try this. There we go. You can see there's the swarm in the background.
Awaiting orders.
There we go. And then here comes the swarm.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, just follow me again. Same as always. Okay, let's put on the brakes here for a hot second. Take a look at my map, and let's see how things are progressing in this sector here. So they're trying to build additional factories. Unfortunately, they have not been able to destroy this. You know what? I wonder... Let me try something here quickly. Let me try something here. I'm not sure what kind of hit this is going to do to my reputation, but I want to try something. I'm going to see how bad of a reputation hit I take when I destroy the station myself. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Can I get off Mr. Bones' wild ride, please? Thank you. Alright, we're gonna go destroy their admin center and see what kind of a reputation loss I take from that.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, you may continue to wait orders. Now let's take a look here quickly. What is my current reputation with the paranid? So we're pretty up there. We're at 26. We're with the honor guard basically to a point. So hopefully, if I can take the loss of destroy this station and only maybe even if I can reset down to 6 or something with the paranid, I would still be fine with that as long as I took over this sector. Because come hell or high water, I want ownership of this sector.
defense platform.
Alright, let's blast this sucker.
We cannot tolerate your actions. Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences. This is Sector Security. Comms channel open. Halting an attack against the station. Affirmative. Criminal record has been updated.
How much did I lose? Okay, so it's a temporary loss. So let's see here. If I... Not you.
Explosion imminent. Explosion imminent.
Just fire everything. Wipe this station out. Because if I look at my actual records, like I temporarily am minus 30 with the paranid, but that's temporary. So depending on how long that lasts, if I can wipe out the station and gain control of the sector, then you know it's worth losing a couple of points. There we go. Do I own the sector? My current reputation, like actual reputation, is 24.
Explosion imminent. Explosion imminent. Defense drone. Paranid defense platform. Danger.
Unless the other station over there that they're building now already has an admin center. And that's why. No, it shouldn't.
Explosion imminent.
So I thought that was...
Attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences.
I thought that was their admin center, but I guess not.
Comms channel open. Halting an attack against the station. Acknowledge. Criminal record has been updated.
Okay, so we lost another 2 reputation, so we're down to 23 is our actual reputation. So it might even be like the actual thing in the back there.
Explosion imminent.
There we go. Because I want this sector, damn it. I want this sector. This sector was mine to begin with. And if it wasn't for the Xenon, like, teleporting themselves in here, then I would bloody own this sector right now.
Explosion imminent.
Here finally comes the fleet to join me.
Explosion imminent. Danger.
It sucks to lose reputation, but at the same time I'm like, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, we're still plus 20.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences. This is Sector Security. Comms channel open. Halting an attack against against the station. Confirmed. Criminal record has been updated.
Alright, now we're down to 23 is my current reputation.
Explosion imminent.
I mean, we're doing pretty well when it comes to wiping this thing out here. It's already at 22%. And I don't see any other stations that they own in the area. It's like if we can successfully destroy this with only the minor-ish loss in reputation, then I will definitely take over the sector and continue like wiping out the Xenon and prepping for the invasion of the next sectors. And especially now that, well, now that my station has been transferred a lot of actual like weapon components and shield components, it should be able to withstand another, if it gets like, you know, sideswiped by another Xenon attack. Yeah, the power of owning the sector is worth the infamy. As much as it sucks, I'm just like, you know what? This was my sector. I took over this sector myself, and you know, the paranid kind of just walked on in here and took all my work. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm taking back my sector. There we go. Just gonna slowly side strafe.
You will now suffer the consequences.
Yeah. Suffer all the consequences, I don't care.
Launching an attack against the station. Acknowledged. Criminal record has been updated.
Okay. Oh, wow. -7, current reputation is 14. Ouch. That one hurts a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. Yes, all the bases belong to us and shall remain in our hands.
Explosion imminent.
Well. Huh. For some reason, we still don't have access to the... Let me go over here, then. I might have to destroy another one of their factories. Which would be most unfortunate, not what I would like to do, but if I have to, then I have to. Because it's still not in my, the sector still doesn't belong to me. Contested. It says contested. Unless I just have to have a certain amount of time. But let me actually send the, let me send the, fleet to, reoccupy the entrance here. Up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad to help you with whatever I apparently helped you with.
Factory.
Because it could be... Problem is, it's not taken by the Xenon. Oh, hold on a second. This might be the sucker doing it. Yeah, that's probably the guy right there. So how badly did that screw over my reputation? Let's see here. So I mean, we're still at plus 20 right now, but I am gonna have to destroy this one here now. I mean, the Xenon are apparently doing a good job of it by themselves. I could probably just leave them to do it.
Antimatter cell factory.
They appear to be doing an okay job. Only okay. Whatever, my turrets will deal with you. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna deal with it myself. Let me actually take a look at this thing. Information. Docking bay. Let me actually take a look here for a second. Let's check the codex. Stations. No, station modules. Other modules. No. Wouldn't be a production module, would it? No, that doesn't make any sense. Here we go. Yeah, we got the split admin center. What the hell does the,
Cannot tolerate your actions.
Whatever. I'll just do it myself.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences. This is Sector Security. Comms channel open. Reporting an attack against this station. Confirmed. Criminal record has been updated.
Uh-huh.
Explosion imminent.
Let's see if that does it.
Danger.
Ow. And we still don't own the sector, apparently. Even with that. They're making me work for it, I swear. They're really making me work for it. At least my current reputation is still like 19, so it's not like the end of the world, but it's still annoying that we haven't finished this off yet. It's like, give me my sector, damn it!
Explosion imminent.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences. This is Sector
Nope.
Comms channel open. Reporting an attack against this station.
What station? There is no station.
Criminal record has been updated.
Explosion imminent.
Well, that's that wiped out. This is the one I need. Because that still has not given me control of the sector. Do I have to destroy 3 of your factories? Really? Well, apparently I have to wipe out every single one of their factories in the sector to somehow claim it. Oh great, there's freaking Xenon Q and an eye that just spawned in there. They're making me work too hard for this. Oh, there's an unknown station down here. Let's try guiding down there first. That might be the sucker that's causing me issues. Yeah, I didn't think they had that many defense platforms. They only originally had the one, but for some reason they are just, you know, bloody everywhere now. Oh my god, there's another one. Fuck it. I'll just take the massive, like, reputation hit to wipe out every single one of their stations in the sector. As much as that blows. The defensive fleet's doing a pretty good job over there. Looks like they wiped out the Xenon station. Hopefully they can take care of the fighters here, because they're going to have a lot of other work to do. Even a partial one will stop ownerships. Okay. Yeah, because their only defense platform was destroyed.
Unknown station.
Yeah, this has got to be the one down here. Yep, here's that son of a gun. Alright.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
So this is the punk that was causing issues. Actually, in that case, you know what? To save myself as much of a loss as I can, in that case, let's do this again with the fleet and have them. I'm gonna have them temporarily follow me and help me out to make my life easier with this, so I'm not having to sit here for 10 minutes. Materan Conflict fan didn't grip me the first time I tried it a few years back. Are you talking about for X4 in general? They have made a lot of improvements. I will definitely say... Oh, I forgot. This is an unfortunate glitch, though, that I have to deal with right now. I don't know exactly what's causing it, if it's an issue with the beta version, or if it's just, you know, being a pain in the butt, whatever the case might be. Either way, the game has a rather annoying issue where I can't actually load a save. I have to, like, completely... Oh, great, it's misbehaving. I have to close it out and relaunch it. There we go. So yeah, that's an annoying bug. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, no, X4 wise, like, yeah, I would say when it comes to X3, like, I loved X3. I spent, you know, probably at least 2,000 hours playing X3, I would say. Like, I went freaking crazy on that game. They've definitely have made a lot of improvements to X4. Especially now with the Boron coming shortly. That's going to somewhat kind of, you know, complete the, complete the races and such. So we'll have access to all of them. Of course, there is still a lot I wish I could see in the X series to a point. Well, there's a lot of improvements I wish they would make for this. One thing being, you know, for example, when you build... Anxious to play the full game? Oh, yeah. When you build a station, in order to get the peak, optimal performance from that production station, you require a workforce. So the problem is, when you're in a core sector, you have a 300% bonus, or something like that, to your workforce income, as long as you have, the resources that you need to supply them, essentially. And let me go ahead and hop over to the other sector here again. I choose you. Okay.
Entering EWAS Twin 2.
Let's see. Let's just have let's have all of them attack that. And then I'll go after the other station myself. That should be good. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, failed. But yeah, so you have a 300% bonus to your workforce. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. But yeah, you have a 300-some% bonus to your workforce when you're building stations in those systems. But the moment that you, move away from the core systems, you start to get like a major loss in performance for that. Unknown station. Yeah, I'm looking for the one that's down here. So it becomes very, very difficult and takes a very long time to actually get a workforce into your stations. So you can't really get, your performance increased. So you're not producing your goods as much as well as you could potentially be. So I wish they would add in, systems that would, ways that you can kind of boost what is getting sent to your, the workforce getting sent to your stations. Whether that's through, like, saying run an ad program or something and giving your manager 100,000 credits to, advertise your station for the workforce, or provide, an entertainment module or something. There should be more ways to kind of boost that so that you're not suffering waiting for your workforce to show up. But at the moment, not so much. And there's also the aspect of, they've actually made changes recently where, for example, the core sectors will not have a lot of actual resources, because they've obviously been mined all to hell and back. So all of the main resources are kind of scattered out into the universe, but you don't really get... There is some aspect to the actual kind of like war system and civil war system where different factions will kind of, go to war with each other and such, but there's not enough to that, honestly, other than them battling over a couple of sectors every now and then. Kind of like the Teladi, for some reason, took over the ZYA, what's it called? Yeah, like right here. They took over Zyarth's domain's family newt, or whatever, and yet the Zyarth Patriarch, or whatever, never went to war with them to get their system back. That doesn't make any sense. Like, because the Xenon destroyed their their defense stations, they lost the sector, and then the Teladi just came in, and they haven't bothered to try and get it back. And that's just like, no. That doesn't make any sense. And I feel like that detracts a lot from, that kind of systems that could be in place for the war system to make it feel more alive to a point, And likewise, because we need, all the different factions require more resources and such in order to produce all the resources and so on that we need. I would kind of hope that there were sectors that we didn't have, let me actually lower the volume on that a bit more, because it's a bit Tilati steal in the same way. It's not natural to get advantage all the time. To a point, it's like if one faction takes over another faction's core territory, they should be going to war to get it back. Even if it's just like, hey, we snuck in because there was an opportunity and such. Like, they should be at least attempting to take that back, but they don't really. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be a lot of like sectors that are just not connected to the gate network that you have to kind of discover, and then you can build, you know, like have the ability to build your own like highway gate or something to get to that sector, or to link it up to the universe per se. So you could have the potential there of, you know, like I would say add like another third of like the sectors to the universe that are just not attached to the network at all. Yeah, Split are very aggressive in attack. Like their ships, like this is a Split ship, and it is literally like what, one shield and then all guns. Like look at this thing. This thing is like literally a defense platform on steroids. That's what the existence of this this capital ship is.
Explosion imminent.
How goes the attack on the other station? Whoa, excuse me while I kind of twist myself around there. But I feel like, yeah, not enough is really being done with those kinds of systems, or a lot of the systems in general. There's also, like, aspects when it comes to trade and station management, where one example would be that I currently have one... Yeah. No, I'm not stopping my attack. I have one station in... where is it? Pious Mists, the local ore storage. So if I go build, excuse me. If I go plan build, you can see that this is literally just a station with a dock and storage. That's all this is. So it's essentially a warehouse for ore. And I wish I had a good option of being able to designate a station as a warehouse, just as a kind of a default thing that you can do, and say, hey, for the other stations in the area, if you require these resources, prioritize the warehouse first. So if the resources exist in that warehouse, then the traders for that station that are supplying that station will go to that warehouse first to kind of, you know, gather those supplies and then bring it in. There's also the issue of stations don't accurately... they don't accurately take into account the fact that your own station produces a lot of the, you know, basic and intermediate resources that it requires to do the job, per se. So it's always saying that it has such a high upkeep. Like, for example, my headquarters claims that it has like a 150 million credit upkeep. And it's like, no, our miners provide all the resources. Every single resource that we required is literally crafted by the, you know, by the station. So we should not have 150 million credit upkeep at all. So why is that? And I feel like it's because the station can't recognize the fact that, you know, we are producing all the resources that we are required. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what that's what I believe is wrong with that. There's just so many systems that the game has that are, you know, that I feel like could be improved further. And one of the things is, you know, when this game first launched, it lacked a main kind of like storyline to a point. There's a couple minor like little storylines you could get into, but for the most part those would, you know, run dry in a relatively short amount of time. But there's no like big overarching story. Like when it came to X3, you know, you were kind of fighting against the Xenon. Where are they coming from? Why are they back? You know, what are the reasons behind this? And, you know, as you went through the story figuring that out, you would get different ships rewarded to you. You would be asked to do different things like trading, building stations, you know, getting a fleet together. You know, all for the purpose of, like, you know, expanding and finishing off the story. And that allowed you to get kind of invested in the universe. It gave you, you know, an enemy to fight and a goal to reach. And then once you finished that goal, you were given, you know, some good rewards. And you were able to kind of, you know, start going directly into the, you know, depth of the sandbox at that point with not only a good idea of what you're doing, but at least, you know, a good position in the universe itself for that. Because at the end of the, like, X3, you were still very much hostile against the Paranid. So they're now set up as your next kind of, like, enemy to a point. Of course, you could also choose not to go and fight with them and instead kind of, you know, make up, per se, and get your reputation back up with them. But it's like, why?
Explosion imminent.
I just feel like that's what the game... Like, I was really hoping that the, they would really capitalize more on the narrative and making, you know, multiple additional storylines added into this, you know, added into X4 that would continue the life of that, per se. Continue the life of the story and the, make the universe feel alive. That's the main thing, is like, in a game like this, you really need to make sure that your universe kind of like feels alive. That you know, want to get more and more involved in it and, you know, solve the various problems. Like, my whole thing right now is, my goal is to wipe out the Xenon in these 5 sectors and turn this into a core sector of mine where I can kind of, you know,
Danger.
where I can kind of, you know, establish a bit of everything. That's essentially my quote-unquote goal right now. But there's nothing narratively to help me, you know, or to make me want to do that. I'm not going to get rewarded for that other than the fact that, hey, I have these systems under my control now that have a bunch of resources and, you know, that's it.
Explosion imminent.
Now, let's redirect our fire to the left here. I just feel like there's so much more they could do with that. Like, I remember there was one storyline in X3 as well where you were joining a defense force or attack force against the Xenon in one sector. And it was a rather interesting little storyline, and you got some good rewards for that. But the guild, the actual, like, if I go into the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally boosted myself for a second there. Because if I go into the actual map and the kind of mission offers, we can see here Argon versus the Holy Order. And the kind of... whatever we have, it's a trivial amount of what we have. So eventually, if you do enough of these missions, I believe they do kind of get into some battles and kind of, you know, at least engage in some interesting bit of warfare there. But a lot of the... initially, with like the Split Vendetta and like expansion and such, a lot of the early expansions, there really wasn't a lot of interesting narrative content that was getting added into that. It was just like when I first started up the Split Vendetta, and I think it was almost kind of like sad in a way with how that went to a point, was I started off as, you know, joining in against the Xenarch Patriarchy. So as the, I guess, alliance of, yay, we gained control of the sector finally. The alliance of whatever families we were, you know, belonging to. And the story, like, basically our entire army, our entire fleet was wiped out by the Patriarch fleet. And one hot second here. Let me, before I kind of go too crazy in this, let me make sure that... What is the... What is my actual... Let's see here. I want to get these guys moved. There we go. Go attack that. I'm hoping that they will stop engaging the paranid now. We do not need to further engage the paranid. So I wish I could tell them to stop, but we'll see if they actually do or not. I'm hoping that the temporary loss or whatever in reputation will kick in, and I'll actually be able to... Yeah, you have to make your own story. Yeah, you're either a freedom fighter or you're a zealot, but the problem with, like, the freedom fighter thing was, when you first start out, your goal is, like, essentially get revenge on the fleet that defeated you.
Confirmed.
That is your mission. And when I first kind of got into that battle, I thought, you know... I thought that they were going to... Let me actually get my ship out of here. Like, I tried to attack the fleet because I thought, oh, hey, maybe this is some, you know, there's some kind of, like, story to this. Because obviously we didn't stand a chance against that fleet, and I thought, you know, maybe... maybe once we start engaging the fleet at a certain point, like a backup fleet would warp in and we would get some kind of additional story bit. And it was like, no. After eventually reading the flavor text in the mission itself, it literally pretty much states, like, leave for now, get out of here, and then come back later when you're strong enough and destroy these ships. That's what it kind of turned into. I think I managed to still do it within a couple of hours because I used my, you know, cheeky kind of maneuvering capabilities to cheese it a little bit and wiped out the enemies relatively easily. I mean, it still took a lot of attempts, but there really wasn't much to it, and that was kind of it. And as you eventually got through the storyline, it was a matter of, like, you know, oh, hey, we're the, you know, the other faction. Get us, you know, go free our prisoners. Which was actually, there's a couple of interesting missions that do get added in that make it really, you know, fun. And then the rest are just kind of like, you know, blah. Like, invading the, trying to get into, like, the police headquarters or whatever to free some people was pretty good. Same thing for the paranid one, like trying to get inside that holy relic and, you know, go through the maze and stuff. That was pretty good stuff. But the rest of it was just like, you know, it was like, hey, now that you've helped us out for a bit, we want you to go ahead and just, you know, bring us a fleet. You know, buy a fleet and bring it to us. And it's like, okay, so you would think I paid for an entire, you know, however, like 100 million or 120 million credits to give you this fleet. You know, what am I rewarded for doing that? And the answer is nothing. You don't really get any reward for that. And then, again, like, the next mission for the Curbs was, hey, bring us 400 million credits. And it's like, then you still don't really get rewarded for that. Like, when I finally finished the main, like, you know, storyline or plot line for the, where I, you know, literally my only goal was to wipe out the people that had, what's the word? Like, wipe out the enemy fleet that had destroyed us. I was rewarded with... Actually, I think I even still have it. Let's look at my inventory here. Where's my inventory? Yeah, I was rewarded with a literal head of the enemy commander. Worth 10 million credits. And here's the fun part. I can't even sell it. Yeah, it's like, what do we do next? Like, what? That was it? That was it? I thought it was part of a freedom fighter group. What? Huh? And that's exactly how it is. It's like there's no like story to lead you into being on one side. Like if you're playing a story character to an expansion, you should be guided down the path to eventually, you know, bringing, say, your freedom fighter, where, you know, either eradicating the freedom fighters and, you know, is exerting the dominance of the patriarchy to the, you know, that sector of the galaxy, and then moving on to the Argon, which they're at, you know, hostile relations with because of the sectors in that area. You know, something like that. There should be a progression of story leading up to that. And same thing for being the freedom fighter. There should be a progression of, you know, rising up against the patriarchy and, you know, either overthrowing them completely or separating off as an independent nation. But there's just nothing of that kind of, you know, there's nothing like that to a point. I will say, however, that some of the more recent things that have been done with the story have been good. Like there have been a couple of story missions that I did recently with the Terrans and their whole plot line there, where it actually gave you a couple of different choices and kind of dragged you along. And even now with my third option, it's like I can help out those pirates by wiping out the Xenon in that area. That gives me an actual, goal to do. But at the same time, it's like there's not really much of an acknowledgement. It's like, again, even if you go through the Curb plot line to, create that separate faction, there's not really anything that... Yeah, fight back. You don't really get much of anything for it. It's like, you would think... Hey, thank you for the follow, you fantastic fellow there, Star-Lord. But it's like, you would think that if I am responsible for raising your rebellion, for giving you a fleet, for, funding your entire effort at independence, that bare minimum I would start out at max reputation with your faction. But no, I had to grind that up like every other faction. Or, I should be the, what's the word? Like, I should be the supreme patriarch of the frickin' Curbs, and, those sectors are now my sectors to a point, or something like that. But no, there's none of that. Yeah, it's like there needs to be something more to it, but there's really not.
Acknowledged.
And that's kind of frustrating to a point, because there is... Like, a sandbox game is good, is not a bad thing. But there is such a thing as, when it becomes too sandbox. Yes. Stripped of my rank. How badly did I get screwed by this? So we're minus 24 now, so we're completely hostile with them. Damn it. And that's not even temporary either, that's just the way it is. You know what? I have a better idea. And again, apologies, because I'm going to have to literally, do this in order to reload. Because the game does not want me to load the game, which is aggravating as hell. It's like, if we'd lost a little bit of reputation with the paranid, I would that loss just to, be able to take control of that sector, but clearly it's not going to let me do that. So instead, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just recall my fleet from there. I'm taking my fleet out of the sector, I'm going to let the Xenon retake it by wiping them out with that I and the Q, and then once they've done so, I'm going to have to just retake it again myself. That, or I might just leave my fleet in position in that sector and let them, defend the station. And then hopefully they wipe out the majority of them. But clearly wiping out the stations myself was not enough to kind of help me with that. So we're just going to give up on that one. I just hope that if the Xenon take over the sector and I technically take control of it, that we don't, once more become an enemy of the paranid because of that. The game is so good because time invested in fun for humans to do. Indeed. Exactly. It's like... It is definitely a fun game. Like, I do very much so, as much as I might complain about it, I do very much so enjoy the game. I just feel like they need to do more with making the universe feel more alive. It's like, when it comes to relations with different factions and such, you kind of, like, all you really do is get access to, buying better ship blueprints and station blueprints and stuff like that. Like, there's not really much... You don't really feel like you're part of a faction. Like, if I militarily help in raising up, one faction or another, there's no overall meaning to it, really. You would think that, like, for example, like let's say a game like Bannerlord, like Mountain Blade Bannerlord. When you join a faction, you start off as a mercenary. You do a couple of missions, you earn some money, you raise up your rank. Eventually, you go from being a mercenary to being an actual underneath that faction. You're an actual lord underneath that faction. And as you go up that progression, they give you a town, which could, equate to, say, a station to protect and, gain revenue from. And they would give you more difficult missions and more to kind of help the effort. And then as you level up more, you are suddenly given a castle. Or as you continue, like, raising your capabilities up, you're eventually given something like a castle. Then eventually a city. Sometimes multiple cities, which could be like, sectors that you can actually control and defend and, take taxes or something from. Like, I feel like there's so much that could potentially be done to make it feel more, alive to a point, or feel like your choices have an actual, point or interesting element to it, instead of just, oh, I wiped them out because I could. The game kind of feels like it's not whether I can do something or not, it's a matter of how long is it going to take me to do. Like, I can wipe out all of the Xenon on this entire, out of this universe. I can wipe them out. It's just, I would have to, run the game for however many hours in order to generate the income that I would need to produce the stations that would then, pump out the ridiculous amount of ships to do that. So it's basically just turns it into a waiting game, per se. Which is not the, obviously not the most entertaining thing in the world. Mostly just an economy game at this time. Combat is just, if you want to kill enemies, then go right ahead. Yeah, exactly. And half the time, you want to focus on the economy anyway, because the actual combat is like... I mean, your personal combat is fine. Like, you can sneak behind an enemy ship, wipe out its guns, and disable it, and then send in some boarders if you are so inclined. Which, honestly, I haven't done enough of that in quite a while. But that is generally a fun thing to do at times. But most of the time, your wingmen, for example, lack any kind of self-preservation mechanism, that they just kind of fly straight at the enemy, fire their guns until either the enemy dies or they die. And then next thing you know, their health is down to half, and they go into another fight, and then they're gone. Because, they did not bother to dodge or anything like that. They just flew at them, fired their guns, and then died. And then however many, 100,000 or tens of thousands of credits you spent to get that ship, well, they're now flushed down the drain. So it was just a complete and utter waste of your time and money. I did an 80 billion plus game, killed all the bad guys and stuff. By the end, you have to kill your friends to keep going. There's a fine number of friends once past that point. It's pointless unless you want to go the last man standing. That's a possibility. 100%, it is a possibility to just be like, I am the universe now. That is completely possible, but then it's like, what's the enjoyment to the, at that point? What's left? And the answer is there's nothing left. That's why, having different story elements is so important to a point, because it's like, it helps keep you invested in the long term for stuff like that, and give you, additional goals to do. Like, I feel like the game almost does need some kind of, what do we got over here going down? Oh, a patrol destroyer is getting his butt kicked right now. Interesting. Oh well, that's unfortunate for him. The more the paranid get crushed around here, the better I'll be. The happier I'll be. Doesn't complete anything. So yeah, exactly. It's not like you get a big, screen at the end. Congratulations, you have become the universe or something. There's just none of that. There's just no reaction to the, the things that you do, and it's just, it feels very, I mean, I think one of the biggest, one of the best quotes I can think of, in a way, I can't remember if it was from, like, PC Gamer or IGN or who it was, where it was like, you feel like a very big fish in a very small pond. Where it's like the universe is just kind of there waiting for you to kind of come in and solve all of its problems. They're not really trying to do much of anything themselves. A perfect example is,
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
is actually Eonimus Zura, which is over here. So Eonimus Zura 4. So this is where the faction representative of the Talati has decided to stay in this trade station here. So this is a pretty core-esque Talati sector, but it's neighbored by Xenon Sector 451. And the Xenon would constantly send attacks into this sector and would threaten and even destroy the station. I've had this station destroyed multiple times. And it was to the point where I personally, because I wanted to use the Talati buildings, I would personally defend the sector and wipe out the enemy forces and, push into 451. And the Talati would try every now and then to do that, but they were always kind of poor at it, honestly. And eventually, when they actually did make a decent push into the sector, I also joined them and I helped them take 451 for the Talati. I then turned around, took my fleet out of there, we left and went to go do other things. And not too long after, the Xenon had come in, wiped out all of the Talati, and had rebuilt the sector again. At least, partially. So I then said, to hell with this, went in again myself with my fleet, and I wiped it out myself and took it over. Because I was like, you know what? If you can't bloody defend yourself, I will do it myself. And that's what I had to do. So now I own the sector. I have a couple of different stations being built. I then also went over to the neighboring Xenon Matrix 9, and I wiped them out there as well, and also built that up. So I now own both of those sectors. But it's like, you would think that they would be investing a lot of their money, like, even if they couldn't attack. Like, you would think that they would be building a defense, knowing that Xenon are flooding in from this gate and constantly attacking the sector, you would think they would build a defensive station right next to the gate or something. Some level of intelligent behavior to be like, hey, maybe we should, if X is happening, maybe we should do B. Something, anything. But no, it doesn't really happen, which is kind of a shame to a point. So I feel like it's a good game. It is an enjoyable game. Like, you will definitely, get your money's worth in time. Because I like to think of, gaming to a point of, like, even for early access titles, I'm like, did I get enough enjoyment out of it to validate the amount of money I spent on it? And I definitely have enjoyed this quite a bit. Like, I have 280, so it's still only 280 hours, which isn't all that much, to be honest. But, what's the word am I looking for here?
Magpie. Sentinel.
No, it's the Patriarch. But, are they attacking him? Oh, yeah, they wiped him the hell out. That was fast. Damn. I mean, you guys are supposed to be defending me, not really attacking anything. But, okay. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, obviously I don't have as much time anymore to invest in, spending like 2,000 hours into the game like I did with X3, but still. If I get over 100 hours in a game, I've more than got my money's worth out of it. I would say, even if it was a $60 game. You do a lot of small missions, you can have a good time. Exactly. Go do some battling, capture the one carrier that's kind of sitting in Xenon space and use that to fund your empire. There's a lot of things you can really do, honestly. Let's see what I actually have for missions right now. And yeah, like this is the one thing that I'm not a fan of, where it's like the exact same thing as the Split, where it's like, hey, bring us a fleet of these exact ships, and then we will start a war against the Paranid. And then they'll probably also ask me to bring them 400 million credits, and I'm just like, no. No, I don't want to do that. Oh. Sure, why not? Let's go get promoted by the Yaki. Hero of Humanity, Ministry Profiteer. Let's do this one first. Let's go get promoted to the Ministry. Because that was long, took a long time to get that. I want co-op play so bad. Yeah, this game would be amazing with co-op, honestly. It really would. They did try, and honestly, one thing is, I wish that ventures were not restricted to vanilla only. Like, there are some mods that are just very simple things that are like quality of life that, you know, I almost feel like are a must-have.
Entering system.
Sure, you could probably, like, if ventures were enabled, you could probably enable some crazy crap that would send, like, you know, capital ship class scout fighter to somebody's world or something. But, you know, I feel like they're, you know, for the most part, the majority of people aren't necessarily going to abuse it like that to a point, because what's the point? But still, I feel like if you, you know, have that, like if you modify your game, then just let us venture with other modified, you know, accounts. Let us use the systems that you have without restricting us. We already have, you know, achievements disabled, though I'm sure there's mods to re-enable that anyway. So it's like, come on.
Out of docking range.
Alright, maximum boost.
Out of docking range. Docking granted.
Woo! Whoa!
Awaiting orders.
Ignore me while I smash into the station here.
Mamba.
I'll ignore you for now, because I don't want to accidentally shoot the station. And then lead to us losing the reputation that we just gained here. Oh yeah, no, it would be a great game with co-op, 100%.
Successfully docked.
You could actually have a wingman with a survivability instinct. It's great.
You make a big mistake.
Oh my god, did you dipshits?
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences.
Of course they did.
This is Sector Security. Comms channel open.
Last order could not be completed.
Reporting an attack against this station. Affirmative. Criminal record has been updated.
You idiots. So my own ships just decided to attack a bunch of their ships, and now we're fucking in conflict. You know what? Oh, I can't even load the game. Yeah, because it's just going to get stuck in initializing. God damn it. This is also why I don't like Wingman, and why the AI in the game still needs a lot of work, because for some reason, and again, this is one of the biggest issues I feel like the game has, and it hasn't fixed since launch, is that either your own turrets... Like, you could have a mission, like, for example, if you have a mission to defend a station, and you're, you know, dogfighting close to that station, either your turrets could accidentally fire a shot that hits the station, or you could accidentally fire a shot that hits the station. It's like, and yet they will call you up and, like, war deck you, per se, and you can't even apologize and be like, oh shit, sorry, no, I'm trying to defend your station, not attack you. But, you know, shit happens. It's like... Unless you do significant damage to a station, you shouldn't be getting, you know, reprimanded for a couple of, you know, pot shots hitting the station. Yeah, there's no talkback. There's no, like... And there's also, like, for example, the Ministry. Again, the ones that we're going to see right now. Part of the reason why I haven't had them maxed out yet, like the other factions, is because my trade ships would be randomly defending themselves against something attacking them, and they would accidentally shoot the station or one of the ships or something in the area, and they would be like, hey, why are you attacking us? Or, you know, we are reporting you to the police for attacking us. And I'm like, where? Where are you being attacked from? What station is contacting me? What is going on? You don't give me this information. You give me none of this information. It's like, where is this happening? That is the thing that I think drives me the most, like, batshit crazy. It's like, you don't explain anything. I'm adding you guys to the intercept fleet, so I'm taking my wingmen off my ship here, and I'm just telling them to basically F off, because I'm tired of them getting me into shit. There we go. But yeah, it's like, I've lost so much, like, it was to the point where I literally had to install, let me actually go to the thing here. Where is it? Pirate issue, reverse engineering, no, where is it? Relation haggling. I literally had to add a mod that allowed me to pay a shit ton of money to a faction to neutralize our reputation. Because this kept, especially there was one update where this kept happening so often that it just became, you would just be constantly losing your reputation. It was insane. You can stop them from becoming your enemy till you reach a certain point, then you win the game. Sort of finish that might be obtained, but heck man, at least put it in game so we can meet the goal. Yeah, exactly! Like, give us the end goal of, hey, have max reputation with all factions, wipe out the Xenon, wipe out, you know, find the Koch network, or, you know, whatever the hell that thing was, the lovely pyramid, linked pyramid, you know, main base, and trigger a main mission to, you know, wipe them out or something. Or find a way to kind of reduce hostilities with them or something by, I don't know, dumping a crap ton of Nevidium in their area. I don't know, whatever the case might be. But it's like, when you don't give people, when you say, you know, get in the sandbox, kid, and have fun, and you're not giving them a goal, you're not giving them any kind of, you know, something to nudge them along, or something as, like, an end goal, it's just, you would get bored with playing with sand very, you know, eventually. Yeah, the dopamine release, it's important games, yep. Stop them from becoming your enemy, yada yada. Oh no, the other one. Yeah, there's just, it's just lacking that little bit of spice to invigorate the universe. The one good thing I will say, though... Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. The one thing that I will say is, at the very least, they built a very good engine. They have built a very good engine. It's big, you know, a big improvement over the previous engine that they were using. So graphically and gameplay wise, you know, it's already good. They don't really need to, like, they are still making improvements. They're still doing things to it, like the physics and all of the graphical updates that are in this 6.0 update. Because one of the big things that it adds is, of course, the actual, you know, what's this called again? The live stream camera here, where we can change to different ships throughout the universe or different stations, and we can just watch them in this really freaking cool and cinematic camera view. Like, this is just cool. We can see their assignments, we can see where they're going. Like, this is a really, really cool addition. I love this camera mode. Like, this blew my mind a little. I absolutely love this. Obviously, they made some updates to some of the graphics engines as well. Which is good, but, and what was the other thing for that? My brain fails me. My brain fails me.
Entering system. Right promise.
Ships are fast, someone said slow. I think, he's an idiot for... I mean, some of the ships are slow. Like, if you're flying a cap ship, it's going to be slow. That's why what the devs tried to do with X Rebirth was, of course, they were thinking, well, we don't want you flying all of those slow ships and, you know, not having the fun of flying the fast, dogfighting, whatever the case might be, ships, but it's like, that's up to the player. It's the player's choice if they want to fly, a space whale or not, or if they want to fly a light and fast combat ship, or if they want to, if they want to fly a trade ship, and just fly around as a trader and do speedy docking trades, and try and beat their. One of the favorite things I actually did early on in X3 was I would play as a trade ship, and I would race rival trade ships to the station and try to dock faster than they could so that I could make the trade before they would. And that's what I would, what I would just do is just fly around and make those trades and try to, race them to get there so I could be the one to get that profit. And that was just a fun thing to do. So you don't have to fly the super fast, high-powered combat ship to have fun. There's a lot of different ways you could have fun. And even with some of the slower capital ships, it was just fun flying that thing around and watching my guns bang. Oh, yeah, like having all your ships fly around you in formation or something as you're flying a large carrier. Oh, that's just... It just looks really good. There's so much to that. So it's like, you don't want to limit, people's fun to a point. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to get on there. But I do get why they went for that style of, hey, we're going to give you this one very powerful ship and let you kind of have at it. But at least they did add the ability to target, like, subsystems there. So you could disable a ship's weapons and stuff like that. One thing I do miss a little bit is when you lower a ship's hull, it would fly slower. So you'd be able to, like, if you dinged those, if you managed to ding, like, an S-class ship with your M-class fighter, they would eventually slow down enough that your guns could be much more effective and just wipe them out.
It's an honor to present you with a new rank amongst the
Instead, now they just still kind of speed around. I also miss the old UFOs, too. It's been so long since I've seen them.
benefits.
Yes, great
To
benefits.
the rank, should you turn against the ministry, you will
Mm-hmm.
not only lose such benefits, but
Uh-huh.
goodwill. With your record,
Yes, I realized that as I attacked the paranid and then went to minus 24.
to be the case. We hope you find these rewards fitting for the work you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Proud and profitable. In addition, you may also find that certain organizations under our jurisdiction now have interest in you joining their ranks. Once again,
Except what organizations?
for your service.
It's like, where's the details for that? What organizations? Nobody ever contacts me. The only difference being, it's like if I go into the actual, like, missions menu, it might be like, oh hey, the Talati versus this or something. I like how all of my missions are very easy. Probably because I didn't actually do too many missions. I just literally, went straight for the tactic of acquiring the free battleship, sell it for like 36 million, turn that into a whole bunch of trade ships and mining ships, and just have them go and trade while I mine Nevidium, sell that, and then build up an empire from that. So I don't even know, what is my actual, like, what's my combat rank and such? We have a net worth of 2 billion right now. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Personnel management. I have messages. Promoted. Yes, we now have access to all these. I created a E-type per se for my katana. Oh yeah, I love the katana. Medium docking pad. Couldn't stand ESSI. It was just too slow. And one of the things that was a shame, and obviously this has been fixed now, but when the game first launched, there was a lot of, like, because I also feel like there's just not enough ship types. And I kind of wish that, like, one thing that would be very interesting for an example is, like, we have this little bit of research, and it's, some of this stuff is nice that we can modify certain ships by adding these, crafting and adding these mods. And again, one thing that sucks, and the reason why I downloaded the mod that allows me to craft mod components is because a lot of the acquisition of mods is tied into the what's it called? My brain fails me. The voyages or whatever. Welfare module, the gambling den. Oh, so here we go. They actually did finally add one that allows us to add the gambling den. I believe that was one of the more recent expansions that unlocked that. Or it could have been Terran Conflict when we finished the Yaki mission that gave us that. I'm still annoyed they haven't gotten this yet. I want to teleport the actual HQ and see where the heck I can teleport it to. But regardless, we'll see how that goes later. But I kind of wish that, like, the only ships that exist in the universe are the ones that already exist. There's not, like, you'll never see a new variation of something, a new ship being tested. Like, why aren't we prototyping? Why are the different factions not prototyping new ships? And then, you know, you get a bulletin on the BBS about, you know, the Argonne are launching their new, Titan-class flagship or something like that. You know, there's just, we don't really see a lot of interesting changes over time. It's like the universe is just kind of stays the same. Regardless of whether you have, like, you know, 10 hours into a save or 200 hours into a save, nothing really changes in the universe other than, you know, a couple, you know, stations being added and removed, factions potentially being wiped out, but that's it. There's not really much of interest, I should say, that really comes from that. Let me actually see if I can buy that damn thing now. Where is... Should be up in here. No. Here we go. Ministry. Buy. Nope. Engines are still broken. Let me actually try over here. The Raptor. Yeah, so for some reason, it's just like the Talati. Or a couple of different races. For some reason, I think it was the X-Rebirth ship pack deleted engines for every other faction, so I no longer have access to them, and I don't know how to fix that. And it's kind of annoying. Yeah, what's the newest, latest toy? Maybe if you are, you know, like high up in the ranks for a certain faction, you know, they might ask you to prototype their, or, you know, test their prototype or something. Or maybe even ask you to build a prototype. Like, one of the things I thought was, like, for example, I did pick up the reverse engineering mod, which obviously allows me to then, you know, take any ships I have captured and reverse engineer them and get the blueprints from them. One thought I had is, what if that was just a default capability of, you know, of the game itself, where you could take those ships and reverse engineer them. However, if, for example, I were to, you know, take a Argonne ship, like an Argonne battleship, and reverse engineer that, that's going to piss off the Argonne quite a bit, because I am, you know, illegally acquiring a blueprint to then produce those ships. Whereas, you know, if I were to buy their expensive-ass blueprints, not only would I unlock the ability to produce those, but one aspect that would be interesting would be if I would then start getting, you know, potential orders from the Terrans to, say, help them, you know, help stock up their military by producing them a couple of additional ships. Any mods adds parts, I lose the parts. Yeah, I don't know what caused it, but it's really rather annoying. If you're using 6.0, then it's a bug. I lost all blueprints for anything that adds prints to the game. But it's the weird thing is, this is actually, like, I'm pulling it from the... I didn't necessarily lose any blueprints, because if I go to my... Or I might have lost some blueprints, but we'll see. Because if I actually go here and say build ships... No, I definitely did lose some blueprints, I think. So if I go L-Class Destroyer... No, I still have my engines for that. Let's do medium, maybe. Let's say, like, the Hermes here. No, some of them are still here. Okay, so which one was it that I saw was, I could have swore that one of them was missing components for some reason. But oh well, whatever the case might be. Yeah, pretty much. Oh well. Oh, you lost all modded prints. Okay. I see. I don't even remember which blueprints I had from back then, because I hadn't used the save in quite a long time. I think I might have changed this out, that might be why, but whatever the case might be, either way. Either way. Actually, how's the station coming along here? Did they actually get, did they get enough materials yet? No, they have not. We do have, obviously we have our own energy cells incoming. Hull parts are being produced by the actual thing itself. The majority of this is all being produced by the station. Wow, 11,000 Claytronics, man. That's one thing that really kind of sucks is Claytronics, because it takes such a... You need a lot of Claytronics factories to actually produce a decent amount of Claytronics. Otherwise, it's just a trickle. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes the game, especially when it comes to modding it, can just get deleted. I mean, even my... Even one of my battleships, which I captured, is, I believe that one is modded. So if I actually teleport over to that guy, the Razorback here, because I'm pretty sure that one was a modded ship, and it's kind of easy to tell because they never really updated this to fix it. But if I take control of this thing, actually, I don't even have to take control of it. I can literally just look at it like this. You can see this is the view you have on the ship here. So, for some reason, they put the actual control center here inside the ship, so this is the view you get. Which is kind of glitchy as hell. But yeah. Let's try the cinematic view of this thing. It is a really nice looking ship, though. And there's me. Standing right off to the side. Come on, switch our view. Currently patrolling. That is just... I really love this camera, especially if I hide the UI. It's just... It looks really good. I would like to... The only issue... Honestly, the only issue I have with this mode is that I can't actually control the angles at all. Like, if I was given complete control over the camera and the different scenes in relation to this ship, that would be good. Unfortunately, I can't. Oh yeah, no, I cleared the view. Yeah, Shift H kind of clears the view off. But I don't really have, I can hit target lock, but... Cinematic borders. So I can enable or disable that. Change some other object in the universe. Ah, here's my 451 refined goods complex. Which is still under construction. Ah, when looking out the cockpit, it clears the windows. I see. So yeah, I really do like this camera, and just being able to kind of look at stations and ships in a very cinematic way is really nice. I just wish we had more control over it. Anyway. Fly like that all the time? Yeah. Uh-oh. Our defense station is fine. The Xenon, I was about to say they should have warped in the eye by now, and they did. So I'm just hoping that the Xenon will wipe out the paranid here and save me the trouble of having to lose reputation for it. Okay, let's go get our upgrades for our upgrades. Let's go get our promotions from the other factions that owe us right now. Delia's Swan Song. Teleport. They're at least trying to take out the station, so I hope they succeed, but we'll see. Excuse
Can I
me.
help? Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Oh, I see. Oh, that is cool. I did not know that one, actually. So this is how you fly, basically. That definitely would give you a really nice cinematic look of the universe, especially if I hit like this. Oh, no. There we go. What if I get rid of the reticle as well? Alright, you have yourself a good one, mate. I feel like a potential untapped, thing would be... I'm not sure... Well, there could be a lot of this on there. I don't really know. I haven't looked around. Would be making, like, little mini movies, just using the kind of camera here, per se. In-game. But anyway, let me go ahead and slap on the brakes. I want to go to my missions, and we'll go ahead and head out of here to the next reward. Promotion to the Hero of Humanity. Onwards! Even for like Earth, there's not enough interesting story to that. There's obviously a lot of lore with the Taurus and stuff. Like, why aren't we rebuilding the Taurus? Why is it simply a matter of resources, or that they just, whatever the case might be? Hi, caramba. Earth being restricted to the kind of nobility to a point, which doesn't surprise me, but still. And I kind of feel like a lot of the Terran goods are not very varied. But meh. I do love the ships, though. I love how some of the Terran ships look. I've always loved the look of them, because when I wasn't playing the Nova in X3, the Katana has always been one of my favorite ships to fly. It's just a really, really good ship, and they have always been equipped with some really powerful weapons.
System, Argon Prime.
Well then, some of the items in my inventory are illegal here. Let's leave. But yeah, so overall, I must say I do love the game. I love the series. I've invested a lot of my life into the series, most definitely, and I can only hope that the game continues to improve more and more over time. That more systems get added, more control on how you trade and how different aspects work, like station management and a station recognizing that, hey, you produce these resources, or that it produces its own resources, and maybe it could say, like, hey, we produce the resources to cover, ship construction, but we're not producing enough. You should increase the, output of this. Would allow us to do that more easily in-game without having to resort to the station calculator. Because the station calculator is not 100% accurate. Ooh.
Sentinel.
That's a nice one. There we go. Let's aim at that gate, and we can head over to Earth, where we can become the hero of humanity. I like how one of the options for the Yaki is literally lead the Xenon to Earth and have them, like, wipe out people there. Like, I feel like that could lead to some major story events to a point. Okay, who is? Where are you? I remember it used to be that you would be hailed, you know, while you were in a sector and someone's getting attacked. And you could, they could request for help. There we go. Maximum speed. I remember there was actually one mod for X3 that I quite enjoyed, which was, I think it was called Fighter Base or something like that. Hey, JH, welcome, mate. Actual books written by the actual sci-fi author for the X universe. Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't actually read the books. I really should, honestly, because there is a lot of story to those books, definitely. But I definitely haven't, unfortunately, haven't gotten to those ones. I really should, though. But yeah, no, a lot of the lore of the game is based off of the books. And away we go.
Entering system. Getsofune.
Oh, nice. Is that a wreck or is it an actual... No, that's... I can't tell. And we're going to be flying too past... Yeah, they are quite old, indeed. One thing that I do like with the addition of the Cradle of Humanity expansion for the game here is they re-added Terran stations having docking ports inside the station, which was a major thing of X2, which I really loved. That was probably my favorite part of X2, was that you had to fly inside of a station to dock. And although a lot of the other docking modules were very similar here, that you had to fly into the docking module to kind of dock, that one was kind of embedded into the core of the station. And of course there were some external docking ports as well for ships that were too big. But it's nice actually like flying into the station and then finally you're into the docking area. Whoa! Brakes! Brakes! Space brakes, go! And we glided right over top of that defensive platform. Nice. I do like the Terran ships and stations though with that kind of white and gray look that they have. There's a kind of like you know, clean lines and such to it that just looks really good.
Bolo. Mineral.
There we go. Let's zoom on through.
Entering Jupiter.
Huzzah, Jupiter. I have to say though as well, I also like quite enjoy the skyscape that they have in the background. Oh, someone's running away. Hermes ship 9 is running away from a Minotaur Raider Pillager. I see. Maximum speed. But yeah, at the very least they have a really good, like, because I mean, I do feel like the game and the series in a way doesn't get much love. Like if I look on Twitch right now, let's take a look here. X4 Foundations. Oh, there's actually more this time than there was previously. There's actually like 8 channels currently live with X4. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. But, you know, in total, there's only like what? How many people? 125 people watching X4 right now. So not all that much. So it's not a, definitely not a very, you know, super popular game to say the least. And I feel that's a shame.
Entering
I wish...
pattern 1.
I wish there was, you know... I wish the games were more kind of, you know, I guess enjoyable to people to the point where they would actually... the game itself would have more traction. Neptune. I think I'll head to Earth, because just, you know, just because I can. Oh, never mind. I actually have a trade ship currently over there having issues. Wait, why are we hostile against the Taurus fragment? What did we do to the Taurus fragment? Interesting. Guarding the planet Earth until the advent of the Second Terraformer War. Structure's scale capabilities are unprecedented within the Jump Network. Tethers kept the station in a stable orbit and allowed for the transportation of people and wares between the station and planet. Outward-facing sections were completed. Many of the sections facing Earth were still under construction. Limited the number of people... I'm going to run the brakes. That could be on the ring at a time. And then, of course, we blew it up.
Docking granted.
Brakes. And let's dock. Yeehaw! God, I still remember when,
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Hello.
I still remember when one of the things you could do was with Rebirth especially as well. In order to get like a kind of like a trade deal, you would have to fly around a station, scan all the like individual sections of the station in order to find, oh hey, this station is leaking coolant or something, and then get like a 20% discount off a certain good. That was always kind of a funny thing for me. I'm like, I just never. And especially, like, X Rebirth definitely had a lot of problems. A lot of problems. The economy in that game was so utterly broken. It's like, I think I went through and, like, before X4 released, I went through and finally completed the entire storyline of Rebirth. And, am I speaking nonsense here? Yeah, no, I'm correct for that. For a second, I was trying to like, wait, is it Rebirth or was it something else? But yeah, no, it is Rebirth. But the economy was so bad to the point where a station could be completely stocked full with goods. They are 100% full on goods. And you get another station nearby would be 100% empty on those goods. And yet, for some reason, they were selling those goods at such a high price, and the people that were, you know, desperately in need of those goods were buying it at such a low price that you would lose money by trading. And apparently the economy somewhat fixed itself, like, you know, it was like 20 plus, 40 plus hours into the game, but it's like, why would I wait that long for the economy to un-F itself?
It's an honor to see you here.
Give me my rank.
Ally to the Terran Protectorate.
Give me my rank!
Allow me to present you with this ring.
And it's just like, yeah, no. The economy should not be that so utterly especially considering that game, the universe is being controlled by corporations. Like, how is it that corporations are controlling the universe, yet the economy is completely and utterly just like a wreck?
Should it come to that, a revoked license would be the least of your worries. I am confident that you will find...
Yes, you'll send roving death squads to kill me, yada yada yada. Except you won't really. You know what? That would be interesting too. Kind of like with Fallout New Vegas, where if you know, piss off one faction or another, then they start sending kill squads after you. I mean, they kind of do to a point where they will prioritize, like, my guy. Even if they're at war with each other, they'll prioritize my own ships when they happen to be in the sector. But it's still, like... They never seem to actively send anything after me. Alright. Promoted! Yay! Hero of Humanity. Alright. Let's see. Station engineers needed. Xenon military studies, where they just want me... And again, these are the kind of things where it's like, destroy mines. Why are the Xenon deploying mines? How are we studying the Xenon by blowing up mines? Oh, that's kind of funny. Let's go say hi to the Yaki. And then I think I'll just take a little trip to Earth and maybe I'll end things at that today. I might still let a little bit of time pass just so that we can actually... Because again, the game involves a lot of waiting as well, where you're kind of just waiting for ships to transport goods to your station so things can be built, waiting for ships to be built, you know, ships themselves to be built, and so on and so forth. Waiting for the Xenon to wipe out the paranid in that sector so I can once more kind of take over. You know, actually, let me take a look at the outside of the ship here. It just looks nice. We got the giant cannon. We got multiple of these lovely, beautiful cannons here, which are the primary armament that I have. We have the actual torpedo launcher here, which is loaded up with my heavy torpedoes. I kind of wish it was actually loaded right now and not just empty, literally an empty tube. And actually, that begs to that actually, you know, brings the thought process to mind. Like with these, I can imagine that they're being powered by like the engine of the ship and then firing whatever, you know, plasma or whatever that they are provided. How the hell do you load a torpedo into here? Like the back of it is right here. Where is the torpedo being stored? If I have 40 torpedoes, how are they being put in here? Do we have drones that are like, you know, pulling it out of the cargo onto the ship and then loading it? I mean, obviously that's a minor thing, but still, I kind of laugh at that a little bit. Alright, let's take command of the ship. I'll have the autopilot take me along while I look at what I can buy from the Terrans now.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay. Oh, we actually don't even know where they're... Ah.
Autopilot Dipukri.
Hello there.
Where can I find the shipyard?
Sending you information now.
Well, that's the Pioneers, though. That's not you guys. Yeah, you're the Terran Protectorate,
Hello
not...
there. Sending you information now.
Okay, then. Yeah, that's definitely not what I'm trying to find out there. It's like, hey, you are now a hero of the Empire, of the Terran Empire. We're not going to tell you where all of our ships and stations are. I could probably go find out if I really wanted to. There we go. Fly over there for me, good sir. But let's get back to the mission at hand then.
Autopilot engaged.
Let the autopilot kind of take me there while I look at anything else I need to do in the universe here. So we got a couple more of these guys, which are kind of sitting around doing nothing right now. Actually, we got a lot of those guys who are sitting around doing nothing right now. Information is what I'm trying to do. Behavior. Okay. Let's enable fast trade. Station building wares. Do not trade with the Patriarch. Confirmed. Next. Information. Behavior. You don't have the ability to, so let's go. Crew. Pilot. Have a seminar. Damn it, I don't have enough for that.
Enter.
So in that case, I'll just tell you to trade in the area. I'm curious to see how the Boron carrier releases with a group of fighters all at the same time from the sides. That would be so freaking cool, like, honestly. Like, I have to say, the Boron have always been one of my favorite races. One of the things, I would honestly say, like, the largest amount of time I spent playing the X series was playing the old extended mod for X3. And the changes they made to the style of the Boron ships and how they looked and, you know, the stations especially was just, like, just perfect. Okay. You, my friend. Dead Tater. Oh, I see. That's, I've never done that one. I don't know what it involves, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. Let's say... If I wasn't blind, I could find what I'm looking for. There we go. There we go. Yeah, a lot of them don't have enough skill to actually be assigned. That's the problem. I need to actually buy more of the seminars to give them some basic level of training. Station building wares. Confirmed.
Entering asteroid belt.
Let's try these guys, see if they can... Nope.
Awaiting orders.
No orders for you. Actually, one thing I do need to check on, and I completely forgot about, is my Millennium Trader. Yeah, you can't either. I completely forgot to check and see how he's doing. Right, where is that guy at? Information. What are you doing right now? You still are working on a lot of trades. Okay. So where are you, my friend? I'm actually going to see if I can. No, that's not what I want to do. Damn. Terran Protectorate. Antagon Republic. There's one of my gas miners that's going around doing its thing. GIF on the deblog shows the carrier doing that. Curious to see how the side launches. I have to say, one of the things that I did love for the Split Vendetta was the actual carrier ship itself. Cobalt 2, Talati Company. Trying to see if I can maybe get my, just randomly get my Mega Transporter. But I don't think that's going to happen unless I literally teleport over to it. Pillager. Oh, there's a pirate. Over in He Was Twin. I just watched one of my trade ships decide to fly through the Argon Wharf instead of actually dock with it. And again, it is flying through the station right now. That looks like peak X4 to me. Just flying through the station. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I swear. Oh, I'm being attacked right now by a Xenon. Or no, Xenon was attacking somebody else. Never mind. Curious to see how the side launching hangars are. That would be really cool. But yeah, I really did like the Raptor. The Raptor with its ridiculous amount of, I think it was like 60 S-Class bays, and how the ships would like fly in the back to dock and then fly out the front. Like when you tell them to deploy, it just looks so damn awesome.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yep, there's the Xenon.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
And we gotta fly through the Xenon space to get to the Yaki. Space-time continuum. Oh, boy. But yeah, that's why it's like... I really just wish that, or well, I hope that we get to see the games developed more.
Requesting immediate backup.
Because I want to see the game improve, and I want to see it, you know, get more love over time as it does. That's the hope and dream, at least. Oh, wow, we got a long way to go. Why do you not have a gate between Savage Spur 2 and Savage Spur 1 so you could save me the ridiculous trip to get there, damn it? So, yeah. In order to help out the pirates, what I would have to do is wipe out all of the Xenon in Tharka's Cascade, both of them. Wipe out all of the Xenon in Matrix 79B, as well as the Xenon in Savage Spur, which is a lot of Xenon. There is an absolute lot of Xenon. That's 2 full-blown shipyards. Oh no, 3 shipyards even. And 2 wharfs for the Xenon that I would have to wipe out to kind of do that. And I kind of wish I could provoke the Argon to do this, to help me with that and wipe them out. You know, be like, hey, you guys should go. We have a very good relationship. You know, we have a high level of whatever. You should like totally wipe these guys out. Actually, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold your horses.
Disengaged.
Pardon me while I slam into this advert.
Asgard.
Ah, yes, the intervention core. Oh, I should probably not be here specifically, though. Because I am carrying goods that they consider illegal.
Entering system. Silent witness.
Okay, one more and then I will... Actually, what I could do... Let's slam on the brakes here for a hot second.
Wyvern. Gas.
Come on, brakes. Come on, brakes.
Awaiting orders.
Let's go through the little jump gate right here. That'll lead me to essentially unclaimed space. Governing faction is nobody. I don't think we ever actually launched a resource probe here. Do I have any? Yeah, I got a couple. I might launch a resource probe in there just to see what the area has. Because if there's some actual decent resources there, I could potentially do that myself. Oh, hey, who are you?
Chimera.
Oh, shoot. 1 second while I ram into the gate here. There we go.
Entering Silent Witness 11.
There we go. Let's deploy a resource probe here. See what we actually get. Ice, nevidium, ore, and silicon. Not very much of each, but still. And I actually did like the idea of, you know, that they added in a while back, which was... Oh, excuse me, fuck. Oh, kind of like prospecting to a point where, you know, if you could find a high concentration location of resources, your miners would actually prioritize that when it came to their mining. But let me go ahead and stop the ship here for now, because I already have a ship on this station, so I don't really need to fly my way over there. I can just teleport.
Entering system.
Hey, it's my wingman. How you doing, buddy?
Can I help?
How you doing, buddy? Unfortunately, I do not have a seminar for you. I like the fact that he joins us after the storyline, but I kind of wish he still had more to say. Maybe that's another, like, aspect that I feel could be missing at times. Like, for a game like, let's even throw, what's it called? Mass Effect out there, where you have, you know, different companions that you can acquire, and they have... Well, you kind of acquire them one way or the other. But you can choose to bring which ones with you. They kind of, you have their own dialogue. They have their own responses to, you know, events that are going on in the universe and so on. It'd be nice if we had companions to a similar degree to that.
It's an honor to see you here. It's good to know that someone out there has not turned their back on us.
Yay!
Our gratitude. I want to present you with a new rank.
Huzzah.
It comes with significant benefits.
I wish they would say something different.
We will not hesitate to take these benefits from you. But since you were one of the few people to actually give us a chance, I doubt you would do that.
It's a little bit different,
I hope
actually.
these awards adequately convey our appreciation for all you have done so far. Once again, we thank you for helping us in these difficult times. I'm curious to see what challenges you'll help us overcome in the future. Good luck out there.
That wasn't actually too bad.
It's an
Promoted
honor
to
to see you
something. What do you have for licenses? You have nothing for licenses. Okay.
Good luck out there.
What do you have for
Honor to
blueprints?
see you here.
You have 0 modules. You have a couple of ships and some equipment. For M-class ships, you have obviously the Kurakami. S-class, you have the Maria. It's a shame that those are literally all you have. And that's another thing, as well as, like, pirates. I mean, there is the expansion that added some more stuff with the pirates, and I haven't even remotely dived into that one yet. I'm not even sure what the conditions are to kind of jump into that one. I really should see if I can figure that out, because it would be nice to do that next time to start off that storyline.
We were hit.
Who's getting hit? Run away. Oh, you're under attack by a cock queen. You're dead. I don't even know why I bothered giving you a response. You're gone. It was nice knowing you. I feel like the hitboxes on those ships are just not the greatest. Among friends. We are among friends now. I tend to adore the less popular factions and updates like the Split and the Tides of Avarice. Exactly. Because I can't remember if the Yaki were added in the Tides of Avarice, or if they were added as a component of the Cradle of Humanity. Yep, there it goes. They were destroyed. Unfortunate. Ah, Gumpton's Gambit. Where is my ship? This is actually the ship as well that I actually first acquired I think it was the first ship that I actually captured or got them to abandon when I started the playthrough for this save. And I've been using it ever since as my main kind of like combat ship. It's just a really good ship. Let me actually teleport over to the headquarters. And we'll walk around there for a little bit.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
It was in the Tides of Avarice? Ah, okay then. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. So I have already gotten to that content then. Damn. Well, that's a shame. Kind of like the whole storyline with the Yaki and how we were going through that. It was like, it was very short. Like, I had started it and finished it in like, what, an hour? Well, maybe the 2 hours that by the time I started it and actually got to work on it, it took about an hour worth of time to get through it all. Which is not very much. Not very much at all. So I kind of wish that, the actual storylines they have in the games as is would last a little bit longer. But, it is what it is. Alright, let's go to the actual, research wing and say hi to our lovely Boron friend, as he will soon be reunited with his family. Trader's Corner. Oh yeah, Delia's Swan Song. Let's go look at that ship. Where is that ship? We don't even have any traders on our station here, which is a shame. Huh. I thought it was over here somewhere. Guess not. I really should reverse engineer some of those ships, but anyway. If I wasn't so blind, that would help. There we go. They added some mission change to vanilla with the Tides of Avarice expansion. Well, that's good at least. So there are still a few interesting mission chains I can go on. Hello there.
Hello there.
It has been a while. I see you are not supersized like the one screenshot had showed you to be. I see. That is all you have to say. Soon we will have an entire army of your kind. And they will fly my ships for me, and it will be great. Greetings, doll. That is it? That's it? That's all you got to say to me? Look into your cold, dead eyes. You just stand here all day long, staring at this boron. That is the entirety of your job. That is the entirety of your existence now. Is just standing here, staring at him. Have fun with that. What do I have locked up in my storage here? Bunch of heuristic cores. Let's go ahead and get rid of those.
While you were minding your own business in an asteroid field, the Taladi traders that passed by our headquarters simply cannot stop talking about how to best find these crystals, and how much they managed to sell them for.
There we go. Go ahead and deposit all there. He actually said something. It's a miracle. Oh, he does look pretty good. Now, if only I had a way to shut off the lights and he glows. That would be awesome. Like, where's the light switch? I need a light switch here so I can make him somehow glow. Because clearly that must be a thing. But yeah, no, when the Boron expansion does come out in full, I will 100% be jumping in on that and, you know, running into the new Boron sectors, grabbing all of the, well, let's go to my personal office. Oh, apparently I had a sub section right there. I can't even sit down. Such a shame. Ah, yes, my my glorious flag. Most excellent. I could definitely use another spot of tea. But anyway. You have access to the safe deposit storage here. This all basically means nothing. Take off whenever you want. I do love some of the like little models that we have here. I wonder if these actually relate to... I think these do relate to the achievements that we've made so far. Like, this is where we split the actual... What's it called? Split the paranid relic station in half. Which, I wonder if I can actually find that. Where was that located again? Wonder if I can see it now as the husk that it is. Not sure. Unholy Retribution, defense platforms, no. Oh yes, the ALI Paranid Shipyard. And I still don't have any access to your engines. Which is a shame. The Thanatos. We have the transport ship, which would be nice. The Terror battleship, which just looks... Honestly, I mean, a lot of these ones are from the X Rebirth kind of pack. But I feel like the Paranid could look better. Yeah, all the different in-game events. Executor battleship. The carrier. That's definitely a Rebirth ship. Just judging by the look of it. This one, I'm trying to remember what this one was.
We were hit.
Oh, shit.
Acknowledged.
My ship is under attack.
Split smash this machine.
Entering system. Plus twin. P. Oh, damn it. Oh, critical.
God damn it, I leave you for 2 seconds and you lost my ship.
Emergency
Seriously?
successful.
Seriously, you fucking idiot. God damn it. I can't believe you lost my ship. How much progress are we going to lose because of that? All of it, basically. Well, not all of it. We did manage to... Of course, it's not going to let me actually load. I'm going to have to quit out the game to make it reload. But yeah, that's... I can't believe she actually got the ship killed. Like, how hard is it to fly to your destination? And it wasn't even against a lot of Xenon either. I could have easily wiped out that group if I'd gotten there without the shields being completely destroyed. Ah, goddammit. Always making me freaking stop the game. I swear. How was that? Huh. Oh, I see. That's what that is. Wait, are they seriously? Why those sons of guns? Damn it. They finally did the one thing we didn't want them to do. They decided to come scrape our neighborhood. Luckily, at least the windrow that I have now is not actually that bad, so I'll be able to quickly get rid of that, but still. Single light of science to brighten it anywhere is brighten everywhere. Indeed. Can't believe they freaking lost that ship. Like, this is the one ship that I actually care about. So I'm like, I can't lose this ship that I started with. But I can't believe she couldn't get past the Xenon. Come on now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I thought I told her to dock at the... What was she even doing there? Whatever the case might be. Come on, you can do it. Spin the wheel of death. Let's go. Although I should probably end things relatively soon here anyway, but still. Yeah, I thought so.
Autopilot disengaged.
Yes, disengage the autopilot because there's no point. I can literally teleport over there. And it would take me a lot less time than to let you kind of take me there. So goodbye. And we'll go back to my quarters after I finish that.
Corral Kami.
I'll have that stupid ship dock. Excuse me. Oh god, I'm dying now apparently. Pardon me. Go dock at the headquarters. There we go. Yeah, I feel, honestly, it's like, I kind of wish as well that, we could increase the, how can I phrase this? Let me get my brain in something resembling a functioning state here for a moment. I kind of wish we could speed up the construction of stations by having, you know, either multiple builders work on a single station or, you know, something else.
Hello there.
But having it take like 15 minutes to produce every single module is like, even if you manage to get all of the resources to the location.
Turn their back on us. Good luck out there.
There we go. I got her to speed through that.
It's an honor to
Nope.
see you here.
Gotta go through the whole thing. God damn it. Well, I guess we'll just kick back and relax here for now. But yeah, I kind of wish that we could speed up that production, you know, speed up the construction a little bit at the very least, because, you know, connectors should not be taking as long to produce as like a fabrication unit. But it takes so long to produce those, you find yourself almost like just telling a station to build, trying to get all the resources to it, and then AFKing for several hours while it, you know, slowly builds up the station. Oh, you got the 5-minute modules mod? Yeah, that's kind of almost necessary to get.
Good luck out there.
Because it just takes so long to freaking do that. It's, especially if you have like an actual workforce for the station. It'd be nice just to be able to improve that, but eh. Teleport, go. There's a 1-min one. Not try the 1-minute one, but yeah.
Brand exchange.
I think the problem being as well is that that also affects AI though. So it might take, yeah, I think that's why I wasn't using it myself. And wait, I teleported here and it teleported me right to the actual science lab. That's kind of funny. But yeah, the funny thing about that is I believe it also increases the rate at which the AI's stations also get built, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Oh, good old doll. And of course the boron. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, there's the coffin we had to ride in to get to the what is it? The curbs or whatever. Quarter curbs. This thing I don't even know. Cool though, regardless. And then here we have a nice view of the actual station. Damn, that is nice. Yep. That is what it is. We can just sit here and enjoy our lovely seat. So 2.1 billion. We have 4 million credits due right now, which isn't much. So I definitely need to enhance that further and get some more trades going. It's a shame that Hero of Humanity, yes, I know. Weird that the other one didn't show up for some reason, but whatever, that doesn't matter too much. You can see the transaction log here. I'm assuming that this is general transactions as is. I find it funny that we had massive transactions here, then all of a sudden it just dropped like a stone. Profit from trade orders. But what did you actually trade to get you that? You sold microchips for 300,000 credits, and I'm guessing again microchips. So clearly the thing that I need to be selling is just microchips. Just have nothing but ships fly around and trade microchips, because every time they trade microchips, they make insane profits. We bought a bunch of microchips, then we made a lot of money off of them. Profits from trade orders, minus 29. That's not too good. I can't tell if it's making me money anymore or not. Oh, well. Because usually right here it'll tell me, like, this one, wait, ship constructed. Finished construction at Station Ground Exchange Headquarters. They paid the station... Oh, I see. So they retrofitted, and they paid us 96K for it. Information. There you go. Go for it. Now, let's go back to my actual logs. Reputation gain with the Court of Curbs again. Hatikva Free League. Reputation gains, reputation gains. A lot of these guys are broken, though, which is kind of... Oh, I think it's because it deleted the, Yeah, it deleted the goods they were allowed to trade or something. Okay, maybe that's why. You're fine for you. Oh no, those are Terran traders. That might be why. Okay. Awkward. Anyway, I'll have to fix all that later. Maybe I have to get some more satellites in place or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and get up. Wait, can I switch to a... I can switch to a mode in this? Oh. So I can sit in my office and just let the SATA run. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, let's go ahead and just call things there for now, regardless, as unfortunately for me, I do still have the usual actual adulting bullshit that I have to do now, unfortunately. Joy. Oh, the joys. Shame I can't actually remove the screen from this one here, but that's fine. Actually pull that back up. Let's actually save properly here, would help. There we go. And we'll run away with that for now. So it sucks that our engines are still broken. I'm not sure if that'll ever get fixed. If it doesn't get fixed with the release of the Boron expansion, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. As I might just have to start fresh from the Boron like storyline starting point, whatever, you know, whatever. Usually I would do that anyway and then transition back to my previous save. But we'll see how things go and whether that's compatible or not and so on and so forth. And all that fun stuff. Regardless, though, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And I will see you all next time with some more X4. Till then, have a great one, everybody.